exposed the fact, broke your back. Next time come out with shoulder pads, they know they have. Shut up and listen to an older man, behold your man. He might have more poison than a cobra has.
Seems like a leap in time back to simpler days when technological advances were minimal. Seems like a leap in time back to simpler days when technological.
This is 2K Sports broadcasting from Brooklyn, New York, as the Nets take it to the hardwood here at the Barclays Center. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Today's game marks the continuation of the Clippers' road schedule. Now here's Simmons. And we know, Greg, most of the talk coming into this game focused on the front court matchup. A lot of talent in the low post here.
And, you know, a lot of times that means it'll come down to the rebounding battle. Whoever controls the boards will have a big leg up in the physical and mental aspect of this game.
Barry. Is the easy one.
If there's a teammate open on the floor, Simmons will put it on time and on target.
Here's Highland. It's tipped. And they'll keep possession. And again, the Clippers turn it over. And so Simmons will bring it up for Brooklyn. Driving the lane. And he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
Oh, my goodness, the creativity and flair from Ben Simmons. Stop it now. Don't hurt him, Ben.
And Towns gets it to go.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And now the Clippers on the break. The wide open look here for Highland. No good from outside. And GA, this Nets team, kind of slim on the interior, don't you think? How can they be most effective?
Well, you've got to press that advantage as far as quickness and get out and run and challenge opposing bigs to cover you in space.
Here's Highland after Ben Simmons' bucket. Pass to Highsmith. Back to Simmons for three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. And you look at Paul George, Doris. He really fits any system you can think of.
Kevin, that's about two things, the skill set and the mindset. If you need him to take over, he can change and get that line of thinking in his mind. You want him to play a secondary role, he can adjust there mentally as well.
Here's George. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
Boy, what focus. Little contact there. Paul George not deterred.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And here comes Leonard, leading the fast break. And finished off by Leonard.
And with the pace of today's game, transition defense is at a premium.
I don't think anyone was catching him on that play. That is unbelievable.
Hero buries the 20-footer.
And there's no hesitation from Hero. When the shot's there for him, He is looking to let it fly.
And it's George finishing it off.
Oh, look at the handles. Gets through the D and then powers it home.
Such a pretty move inside. Clark, how do you stop that?
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home right there.
Some power coming from the PG.
Ah, that's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
And here's Towns. After Tyler Hero hitting the three. Another shot. And Towns with the lay-in good.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Stolen by Highland. Right side, Leonard. Takes a three, and the three ball is good. Leonard's got 5 points so far. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
They've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
George. And it's George finishing it off.
Paul George's ability to put the ball on the floor and drive it balances out his shooting. So important to have both.
5 of 5 to start. I think he's in his zone.
Here's Highland after Tyler Hero's bucket. Here's Towns. The layup off target.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
And here is Los Angeles now. Outside, George. And Wright pulls it down.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
On the wing, Johnson hasn't made one yet. 5 on the clock. And Johnson with the stop.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, Paul George is a difficult defensive assignment precisely for this reason. He's going to force you into contact.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. And Walker's got the ball here for the Nets. No good with the triple. Now George. Off with the layup. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Nets out in front, leading by a point. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
So far in this one, guys, it's been the shooting. In particular, from mid-range. That has been huge for them.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
The Clippers trail. And load management, a term, Greg, that's been associated with the Clippers.
And Kawhi rightfully managing his return from ACL injury with care. It's harder to build chemistry when guys are out, but it's all about staying healthy for the postseason.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George is one of the game's premier two-way wings. He says, I believe in my talent and what I can do, but I feel my job is to make everybody better. That's what I try to do when I'm on the floor. Just make the game easy for everybody. whether it's creating or just being aggressive and making reads off of that. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, David lets the game come to him. Well said by him. Thank you. Pass to Plumlee. Right side, George. Takes it off the glass. And now that's 11 points for George.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
That one good for 2.
Man, my goodness, the handle of Ben Simmons, the craftiness to get to his spot.
Pass to Ross. Takes it inside. Count the basket. Ross has got his first 2 points of the night. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now here's Simmons. 6 points for him. And it's sent back by Plumlee. And they're able to recover. And good that time. Brownies got 4 points this quarter.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Pass to Tucker. Back to Conley. Outside for George. And here comes Walker, leading the fast break. And the dunk by Walker.
Well, Gallinari a scorer at heart, but how about the unselfishness? Perfectly sets up his open teammate.
And the Clippers call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Coaches say, GA, the league has a problem when it's punishing the retaliators and not the instigators. Do they have a point?
Kevin, I think so. For any scuffle, it's worth asking who started it, and that's what we do in life normally, right?
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Nets leading by 3. Kicks it out to Schroeder. And they'll get another chance. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Schroeder. Here's Los Angeles now. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them.
Boy, you have to love his demeanor today. Paul George has been dialed in, nothing distracting him.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. And a wide open look for Hero. Again, the Nets for 2.
And this is why many are high on Hero. Possesses ability to kick it up a notch and just take over.
Now here's Powell. Still yet to score. Right side, George. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Hero, that's a 2-pointer. Misses the step-back jump shot. And Zoe Tylen, who brings the ball up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 1. Here's Hero. And he slams it one-handed.
And there's that vertical of Hero. Gets off the floor with ease and just hammers that one down.
Greg, here we are watching Claxton. Who does he remind you of?
You know, Kevin, defensively, he looks a lot like AD out there. Similar builds, and Claxton can also handle the ball a little bit. Just want to see if this guy can develop an ability to play facing up to the basket.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Count that bucket. George has got 17.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session, but he's just not getting enough help.
The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Hero. Got it. Good job in the low post. He's got 17. And so here are the Clippers. 4-point game. Drives to the hoop. Highland misses. Outside, Hero. Here's Claxton. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, great job moving the rock by Hero. Not a ball stopper. Tyler is a team player.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now, Hero, 17 points in the game. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Jump ball. The three from Johnson. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nets lead by 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's the Nets now. They lead by 4. Here's Simmons. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. The 2023 season, DB, had a bitter end for the Clippers in the first round of the playoffs.
Now, Kevin, it is always difficult when the primary storyline for your team in a season is the injuries and the unavailability of your players. That is what cost the Clippers in the end. Boy, Ben Simmons, one of the most highly scrutinized players in the NBA, but I don't think you can doubt any of his defensive abilities. Cross-positional and big-time asset on that end.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Clippers have their sights set high. Coach Tyronn Lue says this is definitely a championship team, but it's not going to just come. We've got to put the work in. There's got to be a lot of sacrifices. If we come together and do the right things, we definitely have a chance. Kevin, back to you.
And David, he's a big reason why. Thanks so much.
We see Paul George just understands how to use his length and his size. He is such a tough cover close to the basket.
Nets leading by 5. Simmons with it. George picks him up. And Simmons slams it in.
DeLon Wright proving that he is an excellent decision maker on the offensive end. He made open, let me find him.
Highland misses.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Up top, Simmons. 4 on the shot clock. Pass to Highsmith. Simmons on the wing. Here he goes. And Simmons slams it in.
Wow, how about that drive? That was no mercy on his way to the cup, Ben Simmons.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Let's check everyone. I needed to get loud in here for your Brooklyn Nets.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Leonard looking over the floor. Yes, that goes in. Leonard's got 9 points.
The toughness and tenacity very much describe Kawhi Leonard's game.
Here's Simmons. And the layup falls. Simmons got the lead back up to 9 now for the Nets.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, you have to respect the career of Paul George. He has faced at one point a career-ending injury. He keeps battling to get back on the floor through constant injury.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Out to Gallinari. Simmons inside. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
Staying strong through the contact. Ben Simmons doesn't back off.
And it's Leonard missing.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
And Simmons slams it in.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 9.
What a slick look by Paul George. Defense expecting him to shoot, but he decides otherwise.
And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for Brooklyn. Simmons on the wing. He's got 16. And it's sent back by George.
That's just staying with your man, anticipating what he's thinking, and great instincts on the block from Paul George.
And it's Highland in the corner. In transition, here come the Nets. Walker with a clean look. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Walker's got the lead up to 12 now for the Nets. Here's Highland. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Stolen by George. Timeout. Los Angeles calls timeout.
All right, man. Who is the teacher? Come on. Let me hear ya.
To the paint. Lets it go from deep. Good for the basket. Number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
This guy practically automatic. Paul George in the catch and shoot. Look out.
Now Hero. He's got 17.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And there's the drive. Here's George, and it's blocked. And here comes the break. Takes the 3. Good for the basket. Number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Brooklyn.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
What about the defensive intensity they've had in this one? Jumping passing lanes, poking the ball away, just doing a great job creating chaos.
Now Hero. The kick out to Wright. Back to Hero. 6 to shoot. Over Conley. Hero can't get that one to fall. Clippers trail by 12. Back to Towns. A shot by George. Wide open. Nailed from three-point land. George has got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Clippers. And the Nets decide to take their first time out here. Here's Hero. He's got 20. Three-pointer. Paul George grabs the miss.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Here's Leonard. Misses the layup. Brooklyn leading by 9. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside, Hero. Shoots. And he gets the jumper to drop. Hero's got 5 points in the quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
You know, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And so it's Brooklyn. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Right back after this break. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Clippers trail by 9. Outside for George. Over Simmons. George, no good. And Simmons has got the ball here for Brooklyn. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. In the corner, right with it. Offline with his 3.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Pass to Tucker. Conley with it.
Mike has specialized over the years in being able to get defenders committed. Nicely done.
First free throw is good.
Shooting for the Clippers. Mike Conley. Shooting 2.
And Conley drops them both.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Now here's Simmons. The kick out to Walker. And it's sent back by Plumlee. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. And Doris, how about Mason Plumlee? Last season changing to shoot set shots left-handed after almost a decade in the NBA.
Kevin, this is one of the most remarkable things I've ever seen. To his credit, it worked. Career highs for Plumlee from the field. So much of this is about confidence.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Kevin Ollie said to his team. Now, he heaped praise on the defense. He said, the pressure's great. I love it. Keep making them make mistakes, guys. It's working. Thinks they're on the right track here. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, David.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
The kick out to right. Johnson outside. They shoot again. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
First team foul. And out the line, shooting 2.
That free throw, no good.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely.
Boy, that's not the result I would have predicted. Usually you can take those to the bank when he's at the line.
Now, here is George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
A free throw drops for Highland.
Shooting 2.
That one is no good. Nets leading by 6. Down low. Johnson right side. Lets the 3 fly. On the wing, Johnson. Shoots over Tucker. And too long on the shot.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. Good. Schroeder's got his first basket.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
Well, you have to appreciate the defensive battle for sure. Both squads struggling on the offensive end. We call this grit and grind.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
Now here's Schroeder. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Nets lead by 8.
And this is Schroeder's game, right? Get off the dribble drive with a quick first step. Nice.
And the Clippers call time here. And here is Los Angeles now. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. George. It's hauled in by Claxton. Right side, Simmons. To the inside. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And it's a 10-point Brooklyn lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Second personal foul.
And that one falls for Claxton.
Nicholas Claxton.
And Claxton drops them both. Clippers trail by 12. Highland deciding where to go with it. Outside for George. There's the triple. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Nets. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Shots good by Hero. Hero's got 24 points.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Simmons inside.
Tremendous work defensively from Towns. His teammates love to see him send that thing back.
George. And George with this stuff.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Here's Highland. He doesn't hit that one. Walker with some nice D. Nets leading by 14. Hero on the wing. One-on-one here. Here's Leonard. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Brooklyn.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
And this team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Tyler Hero.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Paul George.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
And a great move by Hero. And the Nets lead by 17.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
He's off on the first.
Paul George. 2 shots.
And the second free throw, good. Up top, Hero. Plumlee with the rebound. And here's George for 3. And the miss. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know,
oh, yeah, I know I got power. I got power. I got power. I said, put in the hours. And when they dropping off all that drip for free, you know you got power. And when they try to throw the whole bag at me,